I used to work for a megacorp. Or a monkey suit and everything.
Yeah?
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Do what Commander Ikande says and obey.
I could have joined any division of the UCD.
You're back. So how did it go? Then things are moving forward.
Nice job, Rook.
I was certain we'd fool Delgado, but never. She's a sharp one. Did you discover anything? Legacy. Wait a moment. Are you telling me Delgado may have actually located?
I suppose it's possible, sir. Intelligence picked up a bit of chatter on that subject recently. We assumed it was some sort of tall tale or a story to attract recruits to their... Well, let's find out if Delgado's chasing Let me see what we have here. Nope. There are no records of a Gal Bank transport named the Legacy in the database. What do you think, sir?
I think there's no record because Gal Bank is hiding something. Delgado's no fool. If he reached it, what's your next move? Clever, Delgado. Very clever. We can't let Delgado get his hands on what could potentially...
Maybe I should head out to New Atlantis, sir. I could press the Gal Bank...
No. Let's allow this to run its course. There's more to this than just finding the location of the transport. Jasper Creeks was clever. For some reason, he never got there. Because the Crimson Fleet would be a totally different adversary. Even if they hid the money with that damn human computer Shinny of us. No. It's imperative that if the Crimson Fleet gets its hands on a transport full of currency, it would be... I need you to do whatever you can to bring us more. You're both dismissed.
Word is the fleet has you chasing ghosts on Subaru.
What can I do for you? Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
another clutch of heat leeches.
Sidonia's not so bad. Honest work.
Hey! Haven't seen you around here before. Oh yeah? Word gets around. I found out recently that my favorite book series, Dragonstar Force, had a very limited initial run. I really want to collect all the first edition. I already tracked down volume 1. Could you go? You will?
Since you helped us out with the equipment and all, it's probably... No idea. I know. Actually, maybe this is wrong. Really? See, I'd like to go to Reliant Medical for treatment, but I came to Sidonia to escape him. Nathan is... He has connections with doctors throughout the settled systems. After my mother died in an accident, it got worse and worse. First it became so bad even. Every day there was yelling. It's worse than you think. I didn't just... After I ditched it above Aquila, I bounced... But all that changed. Last I heard, he no longer cares for my safety. Trevor tell... But you should... If it works, I'll be free. It just so happens there's a conference he goes to on Neon. He won't see visitors he doesn't know, but I've got it. Bring him a bottle of his favorite. That whiskey is exceedingly rare. Good luck. You can check with... And thank you.
Only employees of Deimos Staryard's mining division are authorized to mine resources in and around Sidonia. It is your civic duty to report any unauthorized mining to Sidonia Security.
Do your part to keep Sidonia free.
for contraband. Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
I asked my boss what they're doing to stop new alien attacks on the city. He said top minds were on it. Sure hope they know what they're doing.
I got a new job for you. So chalk this one up to a very fine but clearly overworked credit checker that accidentally approved a sizable loan. I'm thinking conversation. Here's all the details. One pirate's unfortunate demise logged. This is great. This job is a bit of an unknown. A small company CEO suddenly disappeared. Default. No one knows if she embezzled. And we have a lead on where she is. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised. I feel better all.
I'm a morning person.
Just a regular ball of sunshine.
Oh, I was hoping we might run into one another again. Your timing is most fortuitous. You have no idea how much I appreciate that. Of course, now that I understand more about what's going on, it seems plain as day. And yet I never would have imagined it before. The tertiary trunks have also liquefied their interiors, but they're not vibrating. I thought perhaps it was some sort of defect. They're listening. It means it is, I believe, this tree is sending vibration. As of yet, there's been no response. I suspect that will not change. We're continuing to see an increase in the strength, and if there's no response, the tree may vibrate. Now, as of yet, there has been no response. While it can't be ruled out that the intended recipient of these over 100 years ago, as a gesture of peace and goodwill, a near literal olive branch, one of the trees from New Atlantis. Nice. Short, of course you can't just uproot a native species, and clearly no exobotanists were consulted ahead of time. Clever, but no. The tree died, yes, but branches were... If I had that branch, I could get DNA. We could then broadcast that response. The museum in Aquila City is on... I don't know anything about her. All right, off you go.
Captain. I am fully updated and ready to assist with tasks.
Any day you make it through is a victory in my book. So how much of a thrill has it been traveling with the one and only last descendant of the great Solomon Coe? Is it everything you imagined? Yeah, but no autographs, okay? I gotta say, it's a relief being with you. So many people hear Coe and they expect me to pull some miracle out of a hat. Time has a way of just building on itself. Solomon was a good man. Great one, even. But if he ever heard all the bullshit being talked about him these days, he'd flat out deck him. It appears I left him in my other jacket. Sorry. But really, for some people, it ain't a joke. Yeah, there was a time, well, felt like every little thing I did or didn't do was a... Now I just hope I can help Cora to... Well then, Cora's gonna get a 5-star unit. For my father, Cora, and me, everything starts and ends. Imagine being the first person to jump into... And now... Well, I hope the comic book they make about our adventures is better than the stuff they publish is...
I know everyone's excited by the artifacts, but we need to be as objective as possible and be aware of possible negative effects.
Hello, Captain.
Hey.
Captain, I believe your ship will perform more efficiently if you bring me on board.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, I would.
Captain, hello again. I was uncertain you would return.
Nice ad.
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office before I can say.
You are a visitor? You'll find the ambassador in the office.
Visitors are only allowed in the lobby, offices, or conference rooms. Terrors, as in more than one. All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me. Are you supposed to be in here?
You're allowed 3 places. Conference room, lobby, or the ambassador's office. You set foot anywhere else, there's going to be problems.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? What are you? Ah, you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives. Now, she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero. Excuse me. A less level-headed person might... Let me be frank, Captain. I will not be the one responsible for its... You're really gonna push this? I'm listening. The warmongers of the UC will I suppose you're right. It's possible I might be letting my... No one does, Captain. Preventing more deaths is... Captain, I'm sorry, but my answer is not changing.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank. Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family, yeah. But look, they said you were coming here on official. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City. So you want me to... No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. So then... Her quarters, and you, and... Oh, wait, I thought you were looking to hire me. Okay, so there's a utility corridor that leads to the ambassador's quarters. Here, the key. I'll,
rejected my appeal to join. Again, which means you and I are stuck in this colonial rat cage until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right? But what if one opened up? The Meister's heart in what it used to be. It's not like anyone would miss him.
Eva, I think it's time to get some sleep.
Just think about it. Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Cap? Excuse me? No. Look, I believe we may have got... So perhaps if I can trust you to keep this... Good. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both. I can only let you get the information on the terramorphs. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers. But those 2 items should be enough. Good. They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Here you go. I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion.
Exactly. It's like when someone...
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss. Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Eh? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then... silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to sooner rather than later. Now, it cannot solely be the Serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door, hmm? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all like... an archive code. So, the UC requires information, then. The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. But, if I am to... For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter, with little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who... The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we. Well, please, follow me. Let's hope it still works. And there. Let it be used for good. Great Serpent, guide. The affairs of House Varun are... It was tolerable. We remade this place as best. With my brethren gone, House Varun committed itself to... This was said at the time to be the desire. So, when my brethren left, the Great Serpent is... When our founder, Jinan Varun, left the United... The Serpent made us who we are.
You're back sooner than... Oh, wait. Did you actually succeed? With Radcliffe? And Balmore? We're all in agreement. You saved him. You Vanguard really do take that above and beyond thing seriously, don't you? Fine work. And now, I've already arranged everything with the archival monitors. When you get down there, the UC monitor will give you instructions on how to deploy the codes. Follow them to the letter. Here, the UC code piece and an archival access card. The entrance is just on the other side of the plaza across from Mast. Absolute best behavior down there, all right?
Yes? You needed something?
What response?
I'm told by
by the Freestyle Collective's ragtag fleet.
Captain, we've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the Archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
careful if you run into those ecliptic jerks. They fly around like they own the settled systems.
There you are. Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work. Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide. I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests. Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps. Time for us to start getting some real answers. So whenever you're ready. Yes. Percival and I have done our damage. Plus, you don't need her word. We'll be setting up oversight alongside the collective. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
Excuse me?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? It doesn't. We don't really... Once you earn your... Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make...
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am? Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Vivictus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. One final act of rebellion by the leadership that lost the Colony War. The trial was authentic. I faced tribunal with dignity, but my execution, staged. A lethal injection that was anything but. The cabinet at the time, long gone now, wished to keep me on as an advisor, and considering the other option, I was in no place to refuse. So I elected to trade my freedom for my continued existence. But such is the life of a soldier. To warrant my execution, the official charges I faced after the war were twofold. The first was the destruction of civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne, a battle during which those civilian ships were actively attacking my fleet. The other was ordering the bombing of the Londinian spaceport to halt the spread of the Terramorph outbreak there. The city and its citizens were lost, but countless others likely saved. And for doing what was right, I was put on trial, and my life irrevocably changed. Very astute. That's my daughter. My progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do. It was an attempt by the United Colonies to... They were raised by adoptive families made up of scum, displayed. But that's ancient history now. After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios, with quite a few successes, I might add. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for... I'll tell you where they are. But many of them I knew personally. You'd be shocked how often and otherwise I simply use my own person. There is a former colleague of mine. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colonies' more problematic. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, but I finally found him. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone... Though I would ask you... Captain, your files indicate a track record of unlikely success. And this? Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the... There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the...